Hello everyone and welcome back to the Reese's Writing YouTube channel. Today, a little bit of a change. We're going to be doing my top 10 books of 2024 and I'm going to get my mum and brother to guess where I place them, and then we'll put them head to head and see who does best. We'll give them points, I guess, point based thing, and see who knows me the most. Should we just get straight into it?
Let's get straight into it. I'm terrified.
The Martian Chronicles by Ray Bradbury. So this is a collection of like short stories based on Mars and the expedition to Mars. What would you put that one as?
Oh, do I not get to see all? Do I not
Well,
get to
I
hear
think we'll
all the rest? I can't judge.
Well, I think
can
you can move them around.
Right.
Shall I just do them? Shall I just do them one by one? Will you remember them?
No. So I have to put that between 1 and 10.
Yeah. That's just a starting one, and then you can move things around.
I think that would probably be about 2.
2?
I think that would be a strong 2.
Okay, we're here with my brother.
Hello.
You got your own YouTube channel,
Oh yeah.
Weirdo in Posts, and other things. Don't look at that. You
I didn't see anything. I couldn't read that.
Good. This is
Mushroom.
Martian.
Oh, Martian.
Mushroom.
It could be a mushroom.
The Mushroom Chronicles.
Sounds like a good book to me.
You were all fungal.
I did mushrooms.
You were very fungal in your
Universe. You once gave me a book to read once, or to listen to, called Solaris, which was about a moon, based on the moon.
Mm-hmm.
And you like that one, so I'm assuming you like this one too. I'm going with I'll put that at 4.
Next one, Titus Grown by Mervyn Peake. This is the first book of the Gormenghast series. So this is pretty much Titus Grown is being born the heir to the throne, and
Which throne?
the Gormenghast
Oh, right.
throne, I guess. I don't know if they have a name for it.
That's what I get there.
And it is all about sort of political back and forth between sort of multiple different characters. You've got the sisters, you've got the doctor, you've got the chef, you've got some crazy guy in the attic, you've got multiple family members sort of playing for power and control over Gormenghast. Gormenghast is massive, and he really describes it very well. He describes like the massive castle and the labyrinth that he creates, and yeah, I think his dialogue's really good as well. Where would you put Titus Grown?
5.
5.
So it's a political drama.
Yeah.
Does
Pretty
anyone
much.
die in it?
Yes.
Lots of people.
Yeah. Quite a few.
Quite a few. On a
But
scale
they
of
all
like,
they're all meaningful deaths, you know.
on a scale of Lord of the Rings to
Game of Thrones.
loads of people die in Game of Thrones too.
Do many people die in Lord of the Rings?
But there's so many orcs. Toy Story. What we guessing?
I'd say it's closer to Lord of the Rings than Toy Story.
Sounds quite interesting. Politics could be interesting if it wasn't about you and it wasn't affecting your country. Is there a lot of sitting around talking about politics?
Yeah. And the relationship between them, and like the doctors involved and the chefs involved, and like they all have their little parts to play.
Look into your eyes kind of guide. You know what? I'll go with a 2. I like. It sounds. I think you might enjoy it. It might have been something you were like, "Oh God, politics," and then you've been like, "Oh, you know what? It's quite
That's really
interesting
good.
once you've gone into it and
Yeah.
known the main character."
Okay. Next one. Babel by R.F. Kwong. This is... God, it's been a while since I read this. So it's about students that come to a sort of a magical university to or like sort of a linguistics place in Oxford, and they can create certain trinkets and specific like things that would help manufacture certain materials and would heal people, or like, you know, it would be sort of a magical like trinket that people could use for like manufacturing and like helping in wars. And it's based, the main part is based on like a group of students as they progress through the university. It's very Harry Potter-esque.
I was going to say it's Harry Potter for
Yeah.
adults.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, it's not too adulty. It's quite YA, young adult as well. So it's kind of similar to Harry Potter, but it's basically based on their relationship and them getting into like rebellions against the university almost, and like discovering the sort of underbellies of the university and their dodgy dealings. There's a lot of like historical fact that is based on like the British Empire that sort of is real, and it's sort of melded in with the fiction, and they have like footnotes of like what's actually historically correct.
Oh, right.
So it's like magical realism, like it's, you know, some of it's real, but there's lots of like magic. And
I'm going to change my mind. I think I'm going to put Babel at 3.
I'm going with purely on the way that you are describing this, and that you can even remember the guys' names. So I'm going with a solid 5. Have I put anyone at 5?
the Lord of the Rings series. I couldn't really put one of them in particular. Yeah, the Lord of the Rings. I don't know why you wouldn't know about Lord of the Rings.
I know about the Lord of the Rings, yes.
I think I'm talking about the audience that are watching. Yeah, just great. It's an epic, a legendary story that, like, I don't know what more you can say about Lord of the Rings. I flew through it. I
put it in number
pretty
1.
much read it in 3 weeks.
We've got the games. We've been to see the films. We've got the toys. We've got the posters. Put it in number 1. I might change.
Lord of the Rings series. J.R. Tolkien. I don't really have to explain it to you, hopefully, but it's an epic.
What's the Lord of the Rings race? I don't know.
Epic trilogy. Flew through it in
I feel
3
like,
days or something.
I feel like it's a great book. It is obviously a great book, but I don't think you would have put it top. Just because you're artsy. You like artsy things. We're both quite artsy people, and you would have gone, I like this slightly more. So I'm going with a solid 3 out of 10.
Cloud Cuckoo Land by Anthony Doerr. So this is about quite hard to describe this one. It's about there's multiple different timelines. zigging in between each other.
Mm.
You've got like the present day with a group of young school children playing, like being part of a play, and then you've got like a bit further behind, time wise, in that, like, I'm not sure exactly when, but and then you've got way in the past that is about a sort of adventure, like a journey, and then you're in the far future, and I think the main sort of story is they just connect all of the sort of together via story and legends and myths, and that's I don't really know how to explain it. It's quite a tough one to explain because there's so many different layers to it. So that what would you put that
10.
one as? 10.
What's the main protagonist called? All right.
I'll look it up.
I know. This can't be that important because he
Was
doesn't
it?
know the name of the person's name. It's a different chapter, a past, present, and future type.
Pretty much, yeah. It keeps flicking between the stories and the different time frames quite quickly.
I'm going with a 6. 6 or 7. I feel like it could be quite. I want to read this story. Why are you doing this to me?
Okay.
If you don't like every story,
Yeah.
then it could be quite annoying. You know, you
I
could be
know.
on Jane's one and you'd be like, God, fucking Jane, don't like her.
Take me back to the other one.
Take me back to Cliff.
Earthsea Quartet by Ursula K. Le Guin. So this, I mean, you could put these as separate books, but they're 4 stories set in the Earthsea like world that Ursula K. Le Guin's made. It mainly follows Ged, who's a wizard type character, and his sort of development as a child, and then him becoming this magical old wizard, and his journeys to discover himself and discover the world. And there's like dragons, and he meets a young like kid who he develops a relationship with, and like he goes on adventures with them, and it's a grand journey. It's very probably quite inspired by Lord of the Rings. So where'd you put that one?
4. Have I got something at 4?
No. The real names of certain objects, and there's dragons, and
Sounds interesting, but not unique enough. 8.
Number 7. Project Hail Mary by Andy Weir. This is the author that did The Martian.
Oh,
So, you're a big fan of The Martian.
I'm a big fan of The Martian.
The film. You haven't
Yeah.
read the book.
No, I've not read
I've
the
got
book.
the book.
Have
I
you?
haven't read it though.
Was it as good as the film?
I haven't read it.
We've not read it.
But there is a film going to be made of this book at some point. So Project Hail Mary is about a astronaut that wakes up in the middle of space, in like deep space, without a clue of what's going on, how he got there, and is all like first person, like how did I do this? Where did I get here? And is about him discovering how he got there, what he's doing, what the sort of objective of his mission, because it is a sort of a mission to go somewhere, and like all his co-workers have died. It's filled with ups and downs. It's quite emotional at points, and is very The Martian-esque. About, you know, someone's stuck somewhere and he's got to find out how to
Yep.
get back.
Oh, have we got one at 7?
Nope.
We'll put this. It's a lot. It's a bit more different than the others. It's a bit more sciencey. It's a bit more.
Okay.
It's like it might stand out a bit more. So we'll go at 6.
Got Redemption Arc by Alistair Reynolds. This is the second book in the Revelation Space trilogy. I'm reading the 4th one at the moment.
All right.
One that I've been
Mhm.
reading. This is about, they're sort of on the run from aliens, and it's quite hard to separate them out, really. But this one is my favourite. I thought it was such an epic battle and like fight that kept me sort of gripped from the start. So like aliens called the jugglers that can you like swim with them and they can change your mind. They have like a sort of a universal like knowledge that they can like rewire your brain specific to like
Oh.
their sort of plans almost.
We'll put it at 9.
Could I change this one? That's at put this at number 2, and whichever one's at number 2, put a 1.
Titus grown.
Yeah, that one.
Morning Star by Pierce Brown. This is the 3rd book in the Red Rising series. I think my brother's been listening to it or listened to some of them.
I've read the first
You've read Morning Star?
3.
Yeah, you read Morning
I read Morning Star.
Well, it mainly starts off with one named Darrow, who is a bit of a low-down member of society. So that the whole world, because they've like expanded out to the universe, they're subjected to like color status. So like reds are like sort of mining in Mars, and then you've got yellows who are sort of like I don't know if I'm right about it, but they're like engineers almost, and then you've got golds who are top of the
Yep.
you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
very
Kings and
posh,
queens.
yeah.
Yep.
And it's almost the golds are sort of ruling over the others because they're higher status. And Darrow is a red, and it's about his rise up to the like to the
Irish
golds to overthrow them. I really enjoyed the way it ended, and how it sort of like built up to this big sort of fight again, this big war, and I really liked the sort of relationships that were brought up, and the twists and turns that happened in the story. Where would you put
So
that
how
one?
many what have we got left so far? I've not got
You've
anybody.
got 6 and 8 left.
Oh, we'll put that at 8.
So
Which one's that one?
the third one.
3rd one.
So you know.
Yeah, well, I reckon you didn't like that one. I reckon you're putting that at 3rd. I reckon you're putting that at 10.
10.
It was interesting, but it wasn't as interesting as the other 2.
Really?
I like
That's the only one I put on here, so that's my
Oh,
favourite
shit.
out of the third.
Is that, you read all 3 this year?
I've read all of the one. I read 6 of them.
You read 6 of them
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah,
Oh shit! So that's your favourite one.
that's my favourite one.
Oh
Out of
my
them.
god!
Oh.
That Morning Star can go at.
9.
We'll put it at 5 and then put that one at 9.
Babel.
Babel.
Final one is Pavan by Keith Roberts. This is a I think it's 6 different stories, all based around it's sort of an alternate history where Queen Elizabeth I, is that the one? Is
The
she?
Tudor one.
Is that in the 16th century?
Mm-hmm.
She gets assassinated,
Yep.
and then Catholicism, Spanish Catholicism takes
Mhm.
over, and there's a massive halt in technology. And yeah, I really just loved the way it was done and the world. Where would you put it?
Well, I've only
you
left
only
with
got
number
one.
6. I'm at number 6.
You've only got one in that world.
Sounds interesting.
Yes.
But
You.
I've
Good
only
put
got
it
10
to-
left, so we'll go with 10.
I think I want to put Pavan up. Swap it with Babel. Wait a minute. Where's Titus? What's his face? What was that?
5th.
He's 5th.
Uh-huh.
Can you move him to 3rd? And then put Pavan at 4th. And Babel at 5th. Does that make sense? No?
4th is Earthsea Quartet. So that's number 4.
Right, so I've got 1 is Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. 2nd,
2 is...
Martian Chronicles. 3, Titus Grown. 4th, Earthsea Quartet. 5th, Babel.
Yeah.
6th, Pavan.
No, put 5th Pavan, 6th Babel.
7, Project Hail Mary. 8, Morning Star. 9, Redemption Arc. 10, Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Where's Titus? What's his face now?
3,
And what did I have a second?
Martian Chronicles.
I would swap those 2 round. I'd put Titus at 2 and Martian Chronicles at 3. Just put the arrows.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think I'll leave it at that.
Okay. I'll just tally them up.
I want
Number
Titus Grown still at number 1, I think.
Okay.
Then I want Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Then I want Morning Star. And then I want every single else. And then going
Same.
the same, just
So
same.
Martian Chronicles 4.
Oh, you forgot Redemption Arc.
So do you want that 4?
Yes.
You've made this confusing.
Why have I made this
Martian
confusing?
Chronicles.
Yes. Project Hail Mary. Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Okay, number 1 was Lord of the Rings.
Hooray.
That's correct. 2nd was Earthsea Quartet.
Oh, completely wrong.
Well, no, you were close. It was 4th.
Mm.
3rd was Babel.
Oh, I had
You
it
ca-
to
you had
begin
that as
with,
third,
and then I
yeah.
moved it. Babel. See, I was worried about Babel. Oh, that's annoying. Can I change that back to where it was before, please? Right, okay.
4th was the Martian Chronicles.
Oh God, I was so close.
Yeah, you were moving them around and things.
I should have just left them.
Well,
Go with your gut. What you thought?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay.
So, 5th was Titus Grown, which you had, but you switched
So
it
I
for
had
Pavan.
Babel, and I had Titus Grown, and I had 1, 3, and 5 right, and I
Yeah.
moved them.
You moved them, yeah.
Oh. How annoying.
6th, Cloud Cuckoo Land.
Oh, see, I don't like the
You
sound
put
of that.
that at last.
Mm.
7, Project Hail Mary. So you got that one right. 8 was Redemption Arc, which you didn't have.
Did I put that at 9?
You put that at 9. You were very close. 9 was Morning Star, and 10 was Pavan. Number 1, Titus Grown. No,
Damn it.
Read Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
was number
come
1.
on. I thought Lord of the Rings was so obviously not. I thought it was
Number-
too obvious. Come on.
Number 2,
I've
was
got them all wrong now.
Earthsea Quartet.
Is that
which
the
you
one
put
where you
at
go?
Number 8.
Is that the one where you go backwards and forwards?
No, that was the one with the old wizard.
Old Wizard Man.
Old
Oh.
wizard.
All right.
Number 3 was Babel.
I did terribly.
Babel.
So did
Which
I.
one was terrible?
I had 4 in exactly the right
Hold on, we
place.
haven't got there yet.
And changed them.
Number 4,
Oh,
you had that.
I had that.
You had it and then you changed it.
What
so
was it?
it was Martian Chronicles.
Oh.
You switched that for Redemption Arc.
I
So
bet I've
Marsh-
switched all of them.
Martian. Number 5 was Titus Grown.
I like Titus Grown. Why is it only at number 5?
Because they're really good. All of these are really good. Number 6 wasn't that actually, no. Number 6 was Cloud Cuckoo Land.
I had it at number 6 at one point.
Yeah, you did, and then you swapped it for number 7, which is Project Hail Mary. So you got those swapped around. Number 8 was Redemption Arc.
We've got all those wrong at the bottom then.
Hold on, I think you got 1.
Pavon!
Pavan. Number 9 was Morning Star.
Number 9? It's deserves
It's
it
really
better
good. The
than
whole
9.
series is really good, but
Second one was better than the
in
third
terms of
one.
single books.
Just saying, the second one was better than the third one.
And then number 10 was Pavan, which you got right. So you got 1, and Mum got 2. Then, how many books have I read this year for a bonus
Okay.
point?
Right. Let's see.
I don't want to react.
84.
And
Well.
then I think I read 75.
Oh no! I was going to say
You were 10.
75. Oh, blooming heck! I was going to say 50. 1 a week for 50, and then 2 a week for half. I would have been spot on.
75.
And then I thought, no, I'm going to up it and be meanies. No, I wasn't far away.
No, you were 10 off.
Got it all wrong.
How many books did I read this year? Total.
Well, so far you've told me you've at least read 9.
10.
No,
Well, I've read
you've read 19.
and Lord of the Rings series, so that's 3.
Yeah, 19. So
So-
you read 6
Yeah.
of that other start, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You read 3 of Lord of the Rings.
And I've read
And then
4
you've
redemption arcs.
Oh, you read 4 redemption arcs.
Revelation Space.
So that's 13, that's 16. You've read at least another 10. I'm going with a solid 41.
You got that wrong.
Oh, of course I did. Is it
It's
too low?
pretty tough. Yeah. I read 75.
How was I supposed to know that?
Okay, so
I read 2 books this year.
well, now you know. Thanks for watching. Now you know my top 10 books of this year. What were your top 10 books of this year? Like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.
Maybe you didn't even read 10 books.
Bye.